Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here to do a layout, and I'll be honest, I hope it's a quick layout. I think it's like, let me see, what time is it? It's 1:20 in the afternoon, but it feels like it's like 10 o'clock at night. I got up at, it's like 7:45 this morning, and I started right off the bat with making videos and stuff, getting ready for the class, and it feels, like I said, hours and hours later than what it is. So this is kind of like about stars, and it kind of doesn't go with the picture that I have here. This is a picture of our recent little getaway. We went to this little town that's by the sea. It's called St. Andrews. They call it St. Andrews by the sea. And what a beautiful little town. We absolutely loved it. I think it was one of our favorites, like all summer. One of our favorites. All summer. It was so quaint, and there was tons to do, even though it was like a small place. I think next time we went like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we came home on Monday. I think next time we'll want to stay even longer. Like it was really such a cute place. And as you can tell, I remembered to get my trimmer. I gotta turn on my little fan here because I gotta turn it down though, because that's too loud for you guys. Let me see. There. As long as I get a little bit of air, I'll be good. I have to turn off my main fan in the room because it would be so loud you wouldn't be able to hear me above that. Now we have like central air, but I think it's because I'm upstairs. It's just not enough to get the air up here. Now this page kit has a lot of scraps, so I'm going to use the scraps as much as I can. And this is Doodlebug Design. I don't think they're still around, but they don't make this paper anymore. They made such cute papers. And these are obviously all scraps. So I had those around for quite a while. And once in a while, I'll just grab like my drawer of scraps, or in my big envelopes, like not envelopes, but the 12 by 12 plastic. You can tell it's been a long day. I can't even think. Those big baggies that I put my page kits in, I have a ton of those that have a lot of scraps. So once in a while, I'll grab those, and that's what I make my page kits with. I'll just use scraps. Scraps and I kind of have a love-hate situation going on, because I love scraps when I make a page, because the page kind of makes itself. As you can tell, like I just cut this down, but all the other ones are in the size that they were in, and I just try to find a place to layer them, and then I kind of make my page. But I can't stand to have a whole bunch of scraps in my scrap room. As a matter of fact, when we moved from our old house to the new house, I had so much scraps, like in things like that, like the big baggies or elsewhere, and I chucked a whole bunch of them. I was like, I just can't even imagine moving all of that. Like, there was just too much. So I got rid of a lot then. And of course, I mean, we keep scrapping, so we keep making new scraps. So that's where it's good to once in a while just kind of say, okay, now I gotta use some of these scraps that I've made over the years making page kits and making pages. So that's where that's where I love using a lot of my scraps. Now, some people that, you know, they will punch things out of their scrap and that kind of stuff. I haven't really, that's kind of crooked. I haven't done that. I tend to just keep them in those envelopes, and then I just try to use them on pages. I think this one is crooked too. Ew. Now, Karen, if you're watching, I know you're going, really? You're pulling up again? Pulling up the scraps. Karen and I always go to this getaway, a scrapping getaway together. We travel together, like in a vehicle, and then we usually sit together, although I think, well, my friend is trying to plan one for October. Now, depending on how the world is going, we're doing really well where we are, but that could change at any time, right? But, so we're planning one, whether it'll still be in October, who knows? I think I want to use that down here, because see that awkward? I think I want to use this piece here. I'm sitting on my chair, and my chair is pushing me away from my desk. So let me see if I can get situated again without making too much noise. I think I want to make it just a little smaller. It's still taking care of all of these awkward angles. And then it's just keeping just a couple angles, and then I'm okay with that. And then it'll give a place for my picture to sit too. Now I think I'm going to look for one of my journaling papers, and because I want to do quite a bit of journaling. I want to journal about this gorgeous little town. Now they had it, like the sidewalks, they had like a one-way street, so that they took down one lane so that when you were walking, you could, you know, you had lots of room. You weren't amongst people, which I appreciated. We did a lot of stuff outdoors, which that kind of seems to be the theme this year, right? To do stuff outdoors. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, we went to this flower garden while we were there. It was so much fun. It was, I mean, fun. It's a flower garden, but it was cute. And I'll do a page on that too. That thing here was on the side of one of the stores in their little town. And I just thought it was so cute. Well, try to look for some purple grid paper. Let me see. I can't remember if I printed them all. Now this grid paper you can find in my shop. And what I like is you can make it whatever size that you want. And then once you've used the whole sheet, you can just print it again. And so it comes in a digital file. Oh, there's purple. Digital file. And these, they're $1.15 each. And then you can just print them over and over again. And use them as many times as you want. So what I'm going to have to do is measure this, or I can just make some little ticks. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm in the measuring mood. Oops. I just put a mark on my, there, and then we'll just cut that. And then that'll be my journaling spot. And I just want to talk, this will be just to talk generally about that city or that town. I think it was more a town than a city. Yeah, it's a town. There's not enough people. And the campground was okay. Like the campground, I have to say, wasn't our favorite campground, just because you were on top of each other, like literally. Like I'm going to do pictures. I took pictures of how close our neighbors were. I mean, both our neighbors were amazing. We got to meet them both. On one side, it was an older couple, and they were from Moncton also. So that was kind of neat. And then the couple on the other side of us were actually from the first place where we went camping this summer, which is Sussex. And they had 2 young children. And they were really, really sweet too. The kids were super adorable. Okay, so I'm gonna, not that we were at our campsite very much. Oof. Did we ever do a lot of steps? I don't have my Fitbit on because it's charging right now, but I'm trying to get more steps in again. I gotta do something to try to lose some weight again. Don't think this time I want to do keto. I don't know. I like fruits too much. So I signed up for Weight Watchers. So we'll see how that goes. Some people at work are doing it, and they're saying that it worked really well for them. And if you exercise, you gain some points, and then stuff like vegetables and fruits are like 0 points. And I really like vegetables and fruits. Like that's my go-to if I want to eat, extra. I don't mind having vegetables and fruits. So I think we'll see how it goes, but I'm thinking that's going to be more of a lifestyle for me. I'm not even going to stay a diet. My biggest thing is, okay, I'll tell you what my issue is. I love candies too much. Yes, I'm 54 years old, and I love chips and chocolate bars and candies too much. I need to, and pop, like I love pop. So while we were in St. Andrews, we had ginger ale and Pepsi with us, and I didn't drink any of it. I drank water the whole time we were there. So that was good. And then, ever since we've come home, I have a soda stream. So I've been making my own. What I like is the bubbles. Who likes the bubbles? I love the bubbles. So that's my biggest thing is I want the bubbles. So with the soda stream, at least I'm getting some bubbles. I think I'd like to just put here like St. Andrews by the Sea. Okay, I don't know if I want to use this. It's kind of big. I might go for the smaller viewfinders. Oh, and I just want to thank you guys for all those comments for the video. I guess that by the time this goes up, 2 days ago, I guess, would have been on Wednesday. This is going to go up on Friday, probably Friday night, because I got to work Friday during the day. Today's Thursday. And I am trying to get this done, and hopefully I can get it what do you call it? Edit it, yeah. Edit it. By tomorrow, I think so. I think tonight when I lay down, I can do some editing. I can put heat on my back and then still do editing on my laptop. That's what I did last night because I had a long day yesterday too. Also got my hair cut, which feels so awesome to not have, my hair was so long. It was giving me like, it was too much weight, just too much weight. My hair is so thick. Now it's really thin because she thinned it out, which was amazing. I'm so thankful. Okay, let me get some of these and see. Should I do pink? Because there's pink and purple. Let's see if I can find a pink that's not gonna clash. Now, a lot of the ones I have are a little crooked because I'm keeping those for me. And I'm making a whole bunch because I've had quite a few requests. I think I'm going to go with light purple to have them available. So this is what I'm going to do. I figure if the store is open all the time, it's going to be difficult for me to get to work on classes and stuff like that. So I was thinking that what I'm going to do is 1 month I'll work on classes, and then the month after I'll have a store release. So the store will be open for physical products. Digital, it'll always be, you know, open. But for physical products, so things like the flares and other physical products that I'm working on right now, they'll be open. That store will be open every 2 months. So the first launch, the store launch, will be October. And then that way it gives me, because I'm having my scrapathon in September. And then October, I'll do the store launch where it'll be pre-orders. And then I'll open the store for like a week. And then I'll shut it down. And then it won't be available till probably January will be the next launch after that. And it'll always be that way every 2 or 3 months. It just depends on the classes and stuff. So I'll make sure to give lots of warning and stuff, because like I said, it's just going to be open for a week or so, and then I'll, you know, shut it down, and then it won't be open again for a couple of months. But I think that's the only way I'll be able to sort of manage it. And I have all kinds of exciting new things coming up. New products and stuff. Okay. I'm going to get my glue dots. There's some on this side, I think, yes. Yeah. Okay. So after I'm done this, I'm going to go to my voiceover for today, for the video for today. And it's going to be what I read in May. And I don't know if I'll be able to do, because I got to go to work tomorrow and I'm working 4-day shifts in a row. So I don't know if I'll have a video up on Monday or not, because I'd have to do it today. And I just don't know if I have the oomph to do any more after I'm going to be done doing this and then going and doing the voiceover, and then I got to do a bunch of editing and stuff. So we'll see. If not, if I don't have a video up on Monday, it'll be Tuesday. Because I don't think I'll be able to do the June what I read either. I think I like this. It's unbelievable how long I put the 3 dots all in the same spot. What are the chances of that? Like, I was moving it around, but obviously not enough. So this says simple pleasures. I think I want it right there. Ugh. I want it right there. I'm not sure where I want it. No, I think I want it right here. Right here? Sure. Okay, so I got that, I got that, I got that. Let's see. Friendship doesn't really... I guess you make new friendships when you camp like that. You know, in new places. Oh, that's not a big piece of paper, eh? I just want to add one more layer. I love layering pattern papers. And then really, your embellishment clusters, they don't need to be super full because you just got so much of going on with your patterns. Let me see. I'm going to try and cut it in half. It might be too small. That just goes to show that even little scraps of pattern paper, you know, you just keep them around and then it's like, oof, that is glued down. How about like that? You know, it doesn't take much that it makes a difference. Yeah, I kind of like that. This one is going to go underneath, so I don't need all of it. I'm just going to cut that down. And then the ink is Dusty Concord. So yes, I start to say, I don't even know if I finished. I asked you to help us name our rig. We want a name for our rig and our travel trailer. And we just couldn't make up our mind. And I thought, oh, that'd be fun to do like a little contest. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go see the video that would have been posted on Wednesday of this week and leave a comment in the comment section, and whatever name we decide, the person will win $20 in, or 10 digital files for naming our rig. And I have to tell you, you guys are amazing and so, oof, this is like ripping. The names that you guys are coming up with is awesome. It's going to be hard to make a choice. Quite a few amazing ones. And then what I'm going to do is I have like vinyl, and I think I'm going to cut it out and I'm going to put it directly on our rig. That's going to be the name for our rig. And then I'll also put it on that page that I created yesterday, because I left a little spot to put the rig's name on there. Do I want to put something down here? Or just leave it to that? I'm not sure. I think down here is okay. So I'm going to put a little bit here. So that little piece of pattern paper, not a little scrap of it was wasted. Let me get rid of all these little scraps. Now, I don't know if I want to put like St. Andrews by the Sea on this, or if I just want to put a cute, you know, cute town. I think I want to put the name of the place. So I'm going to go get my tiny stickers and I'm going to cut them apart. And then I'm just going to put some enamel dots too. Let me see, where are my tiny stickers? I had my entire craft room all cleaned up, and now it's in disarray again, and I won't have time to clean it up before I go to work because I just have too much to do. Do I want to do this, or do I want to do with the white text? Not sure. I'm going to try to find the numbers that coordinate though. I know the white text, I don't think I printed everything because I kind of ran out of sticker paper. I might go with the white text. I don't know where the numbers for the black text are. Oh, another thing I have to do today. Oh, and this too has white text. This has white text. So I'm going to go with the white text. Another thing I have to do today, which is I just remembered, is I have to call our insurance company because St. Andrews by the Sea. So I know I need 2 S. St. Andrews. 3 S. Our SUV, we hadn't done like a trade with it or anything. We just decided that we were going to sell it. But I wanted to make sure like the inspection was due on it. So we got it, you know, there was brakes that needed to be done on it. And my husband can do all that stuff. So we got the brakes done. There was the strut mounts or something, the emergency brake. We got it detailed, so it was all nice and clean on the inside. And we put it up for sale on Friday, just before we left. It was Thursday night, but I mean, there was no traffic. I think it was quite late. It was like 9 o'clock by the time we put it up for sale Thursday night. And so basically it was Friday, and by Sunday it was sold. So now I got to call today and get it off our insurance because we had 3 vehicles in the household. They were putting my son as a main driver on that SUV, and it brought our insurance from, I think it was $160 a month to over $300. And then the first month was like $600. It was like, what? But we're not even driving it. Oh, too bad. So now I need to get that off. It's gone. So the next thing we're gonna put up for sale is our tent trailer, because we still, St. Andrews by the sea. And same thing, we're trying to get it so that, you know, it's nice and clean. My husband is going to do that. I got to work this weekend, so he's going to finish it this weekend. St. Andrews by THE. And then we're going to get it inspected and all that good stuff so that it's all, that's all done too. And then we'll put it up for sale. And then our old house too, I can talk about it now. One of the things that really bothered me is, I might have talked about it. I don't remember. When we built our new house, I'll do 2020. We hadn't put our old house for sale yet. Like, again, we wanted to get it cleaned up and, you know, all that stuff. But then this couple approached us and said, you know, like, we've never been able to buy our own house just because of, you know, life and all that. And if you could do like monthly payments, like sort of a rent to own. And that was like, oh, I don't know. Anyway, we decided to do it and be nice. Anyway, ended up biting us in the butt, as they say. So this happened the 1st of March. They called my husband over and said, oh, we're not paying you for March, and we're moving out in April. So now we're back at the same spot that we were basically 3 years ago, right? With the house. We need to put it up for sale and all that. So that's the next thing. We're going to do the tent trailer first, and then we'll put that house for sale. Now, we just said, okay, like they didn't pay for March. They had they were supposed to be, you know, they were responsible for the property tax. They didn't pay it, so we ended up having to pay that. Anyway, it was a big thing. So, and then they moved out, and then somebody else approached us to see if we wanted to do a rent to own. And I'm like, do we look like a bank? We're not a bank. We can't do that. Like, so we just said, no, sorry. Actually, we had 2 people approach us and see if we would do that. And we're like, how come? Like, how many people have a house for sale and people approach them and see if they want to be the bank for them? And I'm like, we're not rich. Like, we're middle class. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, we just said, no, that's, you know, we got kind of, and it was always a worry. Always a worry. And I'm like, I don't want to worry anymore. I just want to sell it. And So yes, we should have probably put it up a long time ago, but it was just, sometimes things just overwhelm you, right? And we just decided it was just too overwhelming at the time, at that point. There was other stuff going on, and there's been other stuff that's happened in the last 3 weeks that kind of shook our worlds again. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, what the heck? Life, give us a break. So, but we have to put that up for sale. Now there's somebody else, and it's so funny because we haven't put up for sale sign on it, but we've had 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th person. They left a note on the house and said, I don't know if you're interested to sell or to rent, but can you give us a call? So they would have rather rented, and we're like, no, we don't want to, we just don't want to do that. So we'll see. We'll see if it's a nice piece of property. Like, there's the house, the last people, like the people that said they wanted to rent to own, they did not take care of it. And 3 years can make a big difference. Like, my husband, every year, it was an older house, so every year he would caulk the windows and paint them so that they wouldn't leak in the roof. You know, he would, in the winter time, he would get rid of the ice, and they did none of that. So it leaked all over the house. So, not good. But, you know, I believe whatever you put out into the world is what you're going to get back. So we did try to do something nice. So hopefully something good, that we're not stuck with it forever, that it sells. So if that house sells, then maybe I don't have to work till the end of December. I don't know why. I just kind of picked a date and said, that's the date. I do love my job, and that, I think that's what I'm finding so hard. I feel like it's doing a number on me, but at the same time, I'm like, but it's kind of, how do you say that? It's kind of part of who I am, you know? I've been there for so long. But every time I know I have to go to work, I get super anxious. So, like, knowing that I have to work 4 shifts, I'm like, oh my gosh. But at the same time, I'm like, 20 shifts, that's what I have left. And this rotation is 4. So after this, it'll be 16, right? So that's how I've been kind of been able to deal with it, kind of thing. I think I'm going to put it right there, St. Andrews by the Sea. And it looks like it's going to take that whole thing. And I'm going to make sure that 2020 goes right. I think I'm going to get it to finish. I'm not going to use those 2 little strips. I'm going to go in between those 2. So I'm going to do Saint, and then I'm going to do the 2020, and then I'll make the rest of them fit in between. So St. Andrews. And then 2020. So we'll need this. There. I feel like I've run out of stuff to talk about. This is a lot of journaling. So I know lately I've been kind of doing the journaling as I'm doing the pages, but I'm like, what am I going to say for this? This is a lot of journaling. So what I might do is, let me just see how I can buy, see, trying to separate them so you can tell that each word is its own word kind of thing. Kind of dips in a little bit here, so, but I'm just gonna leave it. St. Andrews. Okay, I'm gonna leave about this much in between all the words. Maybe I should have tried to fit it just in here instead, but now I don't think it would fit. So I'm just gonna go with it. Just gonna go with it. Okay. I don't want to have to try to lift those up. That's okay. There. So today is what, Thursday, August 13th. I can't believe that summer's almost done. Like, that's so disheartening. So disheartening. We have one more camping trip planned. And this one is a big one. It's like 12 days. The 21st till the 31st. So 10 days, I guess. And it's really close to where we are. So that way I can come home every day and work on the class for the 1st. And it is going to be available on the 24th because on the 24th, there's, the prep videos that are available right away until the 1st. And I'm just about done those. Actually, I think I'm done. Yes, I'm done. I finished it this morning. So I just got to edit them. But that I'll do next week. And then I just have to, oh, there's the Y. Then I just got to put them up on Vimeo and they'll be ready to go. St. Andrews by the Sea. I think I'll do that. And then 2020. So yes, it'll definitely be ready for the 24th. But I'm trying to get as much of it ready as possible before, because the video is, available every single day. So I'd like to have most of it done by September 1st. But what's great about that class, and this is the 6th one, so it does work, is I don't have to have all 30 videos all done at the beginning. I can get them ready as I usually have about half done by the beginning, and then I try to get them as much as possible done as fast as I can. But okay, so I just had to stop because I could hear Josh coming up the stairs. He wants me to go look at the cameras and stuff and see how we want to put them on the sheet, like how we want them laid out, how big, and all this stuff. So I'm going to finish this and then we'll get those all ready. And then after, I'm going to print them off. So yes, so the class is coming along really good. What I'm going to do, one thing I'm going to do is, okay, there was some noise downstairs. One thing that I'm going to try to do is I'm going to have at least 1/3 of the videos. So there's 30 videos. So 10 of them, I'm going to make them so that they are longer, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to, some of them, I'm going to go real time when I'm doing the embellishments. Other ones, I'm going to go real time when I'm doing the layering. You know, some of the other ones, I'm going to go real time whenever I'm doing the technique or the challenge that, that we're putting forth that day. So there's going to be a little different structure this time, and I hope that you'll enjoy that. But that's it. This layout is done, and look out today for the new digital files that are going to be available. It's going to be cameras, and I'm super excited. And I get a lot of questions about where can I find the link. It's always in the description box down below. It's under NicoleJones91.com, and then you go to shop, and then there's classes and embellishments, and then the digital embellishments are under embellishments. And that's it. That's going to complete this layout. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.